What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of FTB Beyond with XP.
Oh yeah.
Aw, to the
What's that?
yeah. How you doing, XP?
Deep resonance.
Deep resonance. So we kind of discovered that we needed a lot of nether stars, and then we were bringing up the purity again with emeralds, and it was like, how many? How much?
Well, the nether stars. The nether star. It's not bad with nether stars.
No, the
Like,
nether
I think
stars.
it's just over a stack of nether stars, which I mean, we make more than that in the time it takes for this thing to use that.
Right. I mean, we're making what, 8 stars per 2 seconds or something like crazy. Yeah.
So that's not an issue. The issue becomes like the six or seven stacks of emeralds it takes to get that purity from where it was.
But we're making emeralds, right? I mean, emeralds aren't a thing, right? Right? No.
Slowly.
Let's go
slowly making emeralds.
Let's go see how many emeralds we have now. I made a slight modification to this. I wasn't sure like how many casting basins this thing would need. Oh, we ran out, or?
Well, yeah, it ran out, and then the iron ended up on the bottom.
Yeah, that's no good. So I was thinking that with how slow it took for these emeralds to turn into a block, that we could do all these casting basins, but that's just far too much liquid or ender pearl juice. No, emerald juice. I think I always get those things confused for some reason.
You do.
Emerald juice for how many endermen were spawning and taking damage and stuff. So did I say endermen? I said endermen. Villagers. Yep. Well, they're black. I don't know.
Hey now. Oh, what? So what are you trying to say?
Well, I'm just saying the villagers that spawn from this are like a darker color because they're the restored villagers. What are you trying to say that I'm trying to say?
So this, I mean, this, like, I think we would need a few more spawners to keep up with this, because like I thought they dropped the emerald juice. Oh crap, I'm stuck. Upon death, but apparently they drop it per tick damage.
Yeah, every time they take damage is when they make a little bit of juice in there.
So we would need a ton more villagers in there, and I can't think of any way to like automatically heal them. Like I can't think of maybe the RF tools, the shield thing has like a healing thing in there that would heal them. I doubt it. But
I don't know. Another thing is that these villagers will only live like 30 seconds or whatever, right? Because they're the disturbed ones.
Yeah.
I mean, we could set up something that brews potions and throws them at them, but that might be a little ridiculous.
And I mean, if all else failed, we could get, normal villagers. That's not hard. Because we can always just change a spawner to a villager spawner and just get normal villagers.
But wouldn't we have to be within range of it for that to work? Maybe.
Well, I was thinking just to like build up villagers.
Oh,
if we could
so
find
build them up, and then if we heal them or whatever, sure, yeah.
So if we get, if we could get 60 villagers in here or something at one time and just heal them.
I almost think getting just more restored spawners of the villager type probably would be the easiest way. Another thing though is we're dropping those villagers into the smeltery, so they're taking fall damage, and
taking like half a heart or something like that.
Well, it depends. Some of them are going straight from that spawner down into the smeltery in that 3x3 area.
You're taking a whole heart.
But anyway,
yes.
So we got our fluid over here to 100% on the quality, purity, strength, and efficiency. So I guess the next step of this process is to see how much fluid that takes to turn into one crystal. And then once we get the crystals, how much power those make.
Crystallizer.
Does that go just right on top of the thing?
Mm-hmm.
The crystallizer needs to be placed on top of a tank filled with RCl. It will consume the liquid in that tank and form a crystal out of it.
Look. Right there.
Oh, look, it's forming a crystal.
Oh, it's too cute.
Okay, so it's at 4%, and how much fluid has this used? None. And it's still at 100%. I think we should
using it.
I think we need to turn this thing so it's not Putting
Well, I already had it,
fluid
so
in
it
there?
wasn't. Yeah, I did that already.
Oh, you already did that. Oh, I didn't see. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so this is going
Yeah.
to take a minute.
It's gonna take a couple years. Holy
Um,
crap! Why is that so slow?
I don't know. Maybe it just takes a long time for one of these crystals to be used. Like I've never used the crystals themselves to make power. I've never used this mod before, so
It's barely at 17%, man. Come on, MC. I don't know how to say his name. McJitty. I don't know.
McJD, I think. So yeah. So is it gonna use the entire tank worth, or is it just gonna use one bucket? I guess we're just gonna have to maybe cut here.
Well,
come
it's
back
already
and...
used a bucket. It's already used a bucket. And
Oh,
it's at 25%.
okay. I didn't even
So
realize it was
it
currently using the fluid. Yeah, look at that. Okay.
looks like it's going to use 4 buckets per crystal.
4 buckets per crystal.
Because at 25%, it just used a bucket.
Okay, so while we're waiting on this, do you know how to set up the thing so we can make power out of this thing?
I think it's pretty straightforward, really. Like you need the controller, and then you've got like these guys.
Okay. All right.
And you see how they're just like multi-blocking.
It's just
together?
a multi-block. Yep. Yep.
So I think
So
that's
where
pretty
do you
much
put
it.
the crystal? Like, how does that work?
Those can pretty much. Well, I think there's a range, but these are what like grabs the power from the crystals. So when you place a crystal, like we can actually just take a look. Let's just grab a crystal. Like say this crystal. I think you can just put it down.
Just put it down somewhere, and then you give this thing a redstone, and then these energy collectors grab the stuff from the crystal.
Oh, does that need a redstone?
Well, it says off on the front here, and it looks like a little red spot, so I'd imagine, but I don't know. I've never used this before.
Lever. Oh, hey, look, a lever.
Well, there you go. There are too many energy collectors on this generator! Exclamation point, exclamation point. Whoa.
There we go.
Okay. So it just used a 0.1%. Just use another one. We're doing 66 RF per tick.
That's it.
Well, the crystal says it does 66. This says it says it's making 66.
Yeah.
So,
all right, so let's grab another crystal. You got to remember, like these crystals are like terabat.
yeah, these are the ones we
they're
just
just
found in the world. These are not ones that we've made ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, so it can only connect to one at a time. Oh, I'm just noticing now. Yeah, I have hunger. I mean, not that that matters, but I just noticed that my my food bar looks a little different. And it's like using the saturation. Okay, so you turn it off, you turn it back on, then it connects to 2 of them.
And 102 power. But like I said, I mean these are super bad crystals. So hopefully the pure crystal like these should be like 100% pure crystals.
Right.
They should be the purest of the pure. So like I mean 102 RF, that's very bad.
Well, do you want
It's so
to come back when we get a crystal and then we can check out what the difference is?
Yeah, it's at 88%.
All right, BRB.
Okay. Yeah. So it took apparently 6 buckets to make a crystal.
1. This better be the best crystal ever.
This seems like a lot.
It does seem like a lot, doesn't it? So on a full
Yes.
tank, we can make a total of 2 crystals, 2 in a part of one.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to set down our crystal that we just formed right here. This says this makes 20,000 RF per tick. Well, just under, but 20,000.
Right.
That's a little bit better than the 100 RF per tick we were seeing
It
there.
is, yes. You flip the lever?
I will flip it.
All right, it's 14, 19, 981. Exactly
That
what it says.
is a little bit better. Okay, so it's used 0.5% already, so it's not going to last for a very long time.
I mean,
There's 1 full percent used.
I don't know that this is the way to go, to be honest.
It's definitely interesting. I mean,
Yeah,
I've never
it's
seen this before. I've never used it before.
Yeah, it's a cool process, but I think, and we're probably gonna get like 27 trillion comments saying it's a config option. You can change how much it uses in the config.
Hey, XP, did you know you can change how much it uses in the config? Did you know that?
We're not changing configs. Like, we haven't changed any configs, and we're not gonna start changing configs.
Right.
It's just, it's just one of those things.
So I wonder though.
That seems like a lot.
Like, we're not using that much power, and we just barely made 1 crystal. Like, I wonder, like, if we had this thing set up and it was just producing crystals all the time and making the fluid all the time and all this kind of stuff, like, would we be able to make this a viable option? Like, I mean, it's a lot of work to set up, but
I'm kind of thinking not. Like, I mean, I know people have done it. Like, that's and obviously, like, if we had 2 of these crystals, it'd be 40,000 RF, and
right.
3 crystals, it'd be 60,000,
right,
so on and so forth. But I think just the whole process, plus like the nether stars, plus the emeralds.
Yeah, the nether stars, I think, are what's gonna kill it. Like how much power it takes to keep the woot farm going.
Well, yeah. This thing, as it is right now, couldn't even power that farm.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, this was kind of a cool thing to check out, though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't at all regret checking it out and just taking a look. But as far as a viable power option, I don't think.
Yeah, I think our power needs far exceed what this thing is going to be able to do for us.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, it was it was cool checking it out, but other than that, yeah, I don't.
I kind of wish that this made more power.
Yeah, and again, it's probably a config option, but we're not changing configs. Here, I'll help it out here.
Oh, there you go. You have to turn it off and on again, I think. Yep.
Yeah.
Now I wonder how long. Okay, so the hunger's still happening. Like, how far away does that happen? Now, wasn't there another thing you're talking about? Like, is it always going to be bad over there, or only when that thing's running that gives us the hunger effect?
That's what that's what I've heard. Like, I've got comments saying be careful with it because the radiation is permanent for that area.
So if we turn this thing off, we're gonna still get hunger. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, that's what the comment said.
That's what the people told you. Okay.
Confirm or deny.
Oh, and that's also cool. Like, this crystal here looks different than the ones we found in the world.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. It's a different shape, and it doesn't have like the weird Z fighting.
Oh, and it's smaller.
Yeah. So we've almost used 10% of that crystal.
Yeah, but that's like the best crystal you can get, right? Like 100%.
As far as I know, that would be the best one.
I mean, does the book say it's better to see crystals? Verily, close to another crystal explode heavily if there's a nearby explosion.
Oh, is this thing full? Oh, it's full. So now that it's not. Oh, it still uses power even if that capacitor bank is full. So we'd have to have a way to turn this thing off.
All right, crystal attribute strength. This is the inherent strength of a crystal. The stronger crystal, more power contain. This goes from 0 to 100, but in the future you'll be able to overcharge crystals for even more power, which I'm guessing that's not implemented yet. Efficiency. This represents how efficient the crystal is at producing power, i.e. a higher efficiency means higher RF per tick. Purity. This represents how clean the crystal is. Low purity crystals will cause more radiation and less efficient at producing power. Power. This is the actual power that is still left in the crystal.
So the machine is turned off right now, and I currently have hunger 2.
Okay, here. Turning off a generator will not immediately stop the radiation. Depending on the strength of the radiation, it will take a while before it completely disappears.
Oh, okay. So it will disappear, but it might take a while. So I guess the next question is like, how far away are we gonna be getting that radiation effect? Like, I still get hunger all the way over here.
We should be fine here.
What about back here? Okay, I don't have hunger back here.
Oh wow, that is really far away. Like that is really far away.
I haven't gotten hunger yet, and now I got
I'm getting
hunger.
it. Yeah, it keeps ticking over on me.
Yeah, so
that's really far.
That is kind of far. On the other side of the base, over here, it stops, but maybe it's like within 3 chunks or something. I don't know.
Which, I mean, there is ways to, like, I guess, block it or whatever.
Right. If we built the radiation room and all this kind of stuff. But we'd only want to build that kind of infrastructure, like if that was a viable power source, like we could keep up with it and it was doing everything we needed to do. But as it stands now, I don't think it's going to work.
I think for right now, I think there's actually some of these generators down here that don't have speed. Yeah, that one doesn't have any, that one doesn't have any, that one doesn't have any. So, yeah, there's a lot of these that don't have speed upgrades.
Okay, so
we can increase this power a bit.
Right.
So that would, I mean, tide us over until we found a more viable option.
I mean, there's other ways to make more power in this mod pack too. Right. I mean, deep resistance is just one of those ways.
Yeah, we're just trying to avoid jumping to end game power right now. Like, we know we have hundreds of thousands of nether stars and we can make millions upon millions of power. But it's all about, you know, trying other routes, doing other things, being
Another
different.
thing we could do for more power, since that's kind of the whole reason we're setting that thing up, there's also extreme reactors, which we've seen before, but we've never seen it with thermal expansion with the ender pearl juice and stuff. So it might be better, it might be worse. I mean, I guess a lot of that's configurable in the configs too, but as far as this pack goes.
Well, I mean, I would imagine since extreme reactors is big reactors, like it's the exact same mod, like same code and everything. I would imagine big, you know, that extreme reactors does the same as big reactors used to do.
Maybe.
So, I mean, that would be an assumption, of course.
Of course,
so I could be wrong.
And it's also based on the configs and all that kind of stuff too.
Right.
So we got to figure out what we're going to do for more power then. We still are at that point.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we'll make some more speed upgrades for that out there.
Right.
Just to get that going at maximum. And then after that, we definitely need to figure out what we're going to do for power. I mean, there's solar panels. There's tons of different options for power. We just got to find the right ones.
I mean, solar panels are okay, but they only work half the time. So we need to make, you know, twice the amount of power from those that we would normally need or whatever.
Yeah,
and then store it somewhere.
Not necessarily make twice the amount of power, but we would have to store twice the amount of power that we would need.
Well, I mean, they only work 50% of the time. Like, they only work during the daytime, right? So we'd have to have twice the amount total so we could store the rest for the nighttime, is what I was trying to say. But anyway,
I mean, there's kind of a way around that. We could just skip night. I mean,
true. I mean, that
celestial manipulator.
Yeah, that'd be getting into more draconic evolution stuff. There's also IC2, but I don't think there's a good way to convert the IC2 power to RF, so that's not really going to help us out too much either.
Is there even a decent power generation in IC2?
Yeah, there's the ultimate hybrids, I think, or the quantum.
Oh god.
Yeah, but it's just a lot of ridiculous crafting, but that's going to make the EU power. And like I said, I don't think there's a good way to convert that.
I don't think there's any way to convert it, actually. I don't think we have
the forestry electric engine, I think. Yeah.
Oh. EU to R, yeah.
but I think that it will only make like 50 RF per tick. Just it's nothing that's gonna be worthwhile.
I mean, we could totally just craft like 10,000 of those.
Let's do it. Let's start crafting right now. We get the auto crafting set up. I'll make the patterns. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably another way that's staring us right in the face on how to make more power. That's not the most obvious choice right now for endgame power, but I think that's something we're just gonna have to kind of think about and see what else we can do.
Indeed, indeed.
All right, well, you know, I think we'll probably give this a good think. We'll come back next time. We'll have a game plan, figure out what it is that we're gonna be doing, and we'll make all the power.
Either that, or we'll just have a death match. You know, either way.
I think the death match might be more fun. We'll hit each other to death. Fisticuffs! It might take a very long time. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode of FTB Beyond. Hope you guys liked it. We'll see you next time.
See ya.